90% of millennials want to work for socially minded companies. This is clearly a passion of our generation, and it's a passion that should be revolutionizing the way that businesses engage both their customers and their employees. But this revolution, it didn't start in the business world. As a child, I was completely obsessed with the Florida Marlins. I memorized every single player's name, their number, even their batting stance. But by far, my favorite player was Gary Sheffield. Sheffield was known for these huge bat moves that he would do before the pitch would come in. And you can only imagine what 3-year-old Adam with a tiny plastic yellow bat and a red handle looked like trying to imitate the great Gary Sheffield. My parents would laugh at me. They'd bring their friends over, their friends would laugh at me. They'd all record me so they could laugh at me later. But I never let that laughter dissuade me. I continued to press on. I continued to imitate, to mimic these players because I wanted to relate to them. I wanted to understand them as best as I possibly could. And I even wanted to be a member of the Florida Marlins. But as I'm sure most of you are at least hopefully aware, it's fairly difficult for a 3-year-old with a tiny plastic bat as his only weapon to make a Major League Baseball lineup. But I didn't let that dissuade me either. And I continued to try to connect to these players as best as I possibly could. And I'm assuming you had similar moments as children where you longed for connection. You had these moments. It could have been a little different than mine. It could have been playing tag on elementary playgrounds or gathering around a piece of paper trying to color inside the lines for the first time. You might have been building blocks in preschool, or when you got a little older, joining a Little League team or a Pee Wee football team, or talking strategy on the chess club. But whatever connection looked like for you, as a child, it was vitally important. And that continues on into high school, where we joined clubs and organizations like the National Honor Society. And then into college, where if you're anything like me, you joined a few too many organizations that unite groups of people with common passions. A question I ask myself all the time is why? Why do I long for these moments, these times where I'm connected with other people? It's because these moments, they make me feel bigger than just myself. And they make you feel bigger than just yourself. They move you from individualistic monotony to a state of collective power, where you feel the energy of the other people and they elevate you to a place you could have never gotten alone. And this shift, these feelings, are changing the way that we make decisions. They're changing our entire decision-making process. They're affecting the way we look at problems. They're affecting the way we move those problems into solutions. And this changing decision-making process is completely flying in the face of the business world of the past. The business world that's been operating the same way for decades and centuries. A generation that's fueled by connection and togetherness is rapidly entering this workforce that's focused on individualism and competition and victory. And those are two very opposite things. And when two opposite things collide, something has to give and something has to shift for them to coexist together. And I believe that the shift has to come from the business world. Businesses are going to have to shift from creating profit, which is what most of them are doing nowadays, to creating connected communities. And several businesses are already beginning to do this shift. They're beginning to create this change. And most that are using technology. The technology, it has the power to allow each of us to create a massively disproportionate global impact. We can produce 100 times, if not 1,000 times more than we ever could have in the past. The businesses I'm going to look at today, they all started as new ventures, as every business does. But these businesses shared more similarities than just that. They had the simple dream of using technology to connect people in new and different ways. The first is Tom's. Tom's is a for-profit company that grosses tens of millions of dollars every single year selling shoes. But Tom's is not focused on profit. And according to Ziti Kassizi, their chief digital officer, they're not even focused on selling shoes. They're actually focused on giving. She claimed in her talk, How Social Impact Activates Customers, that a company that literally gives away half of its profits every year. I'm sure most of you know about Tom and what they do. They give away shoes and eye exams and medical education based off how much you buy to impoverished nations around the world that desperately need it. And this company that's giving away half their profits is not only staying afloat in a business world that's focused on this competition and victory, but they're growing, they're expanding every year. She claimed that the secret to their business success and the secret to all success in business in the 21st century was allowing customers and employees to come together and to co-create brand stories. Slant Range, which is the winner of the Innovative World Technologies category at the South by Southwest Accelerator, is a company that pools together farmer knowledge and provides them with a GPS detection software mounted on a drone that can detect crop threats at very minute levels. And by doing this, farmers are able to get to the root of the problem and solve it before any damage is done. Thus, they're able to feed more and more of the world's population every single year. Lyft is a company with an incredible dream of ending car ownership forever. And they think they can do this by literally just providing a mobile application that connects drivers and riders. By bringing people together and allowing them to share moments and stories, they think they can end car ownership. Fitbit is a company that allows us to be fitter together. Xbox is a company that allows us to be lazier together. GPS is a company that gets us off our couch, gets us away from our Xbox, and physically locates us together. And social media is a collection of companies that allow us to share the individual moments of each other's lives together. There's a common theme in all the companies. I tried to make it really obvious. I hope you picked it up. And that's that everything is happening together. So where does that leave you? The world's clearly changing around us. What do you do? What do I do to adapt to this? We have to embrace change and commit to expanding ourselves. Go read an article on Wired every day. Teach yourself a new skill, like learning to play the guitar, or shooting basketball, or programming a computer. Actually go talk to your professors and try to learn from their areas of expertise. Look inside yourself and try to figure out what kind of community you want to create. What are you passionate about? Look to your friends and try to grow your connections with the people that you're already close to. Tell your friends that you care about them. Take them out to lunch. Do them a favor. Expand that out to the people around you that you don't know. Eat a meal with someone new every day or every week. Talk to that person you sit by in class and you just awkwardly smile and nod at, but you don't even know their name. One of the best pieces of advice that I've ever received was be willing to ask the question why of everything. Ask your friends why. Move from, how was your day going? It was good. How was your day? It was good. To, how's your day? It was good. Why? Why was your day good? Tell me what went well, what didn't go well. How can I understand you better? How can I help you? And ask the question, why of the world? Why is that bad? Figure out what's wrong and make it better. Why is that great? See the world does incredibly well and improve on it. Do all the things I suggested, do one of them. Do something I didn't suggest, but do something to create a community that will last far longer than you ever will. The world's changing, and it's changing every single day. Make sure that you are too. Thank you.